So I started playing Turok again, but the original, not the 2008 one that came out on 360 and PS3. However, that's the one that made me a Turok fan. I played that one, I beat it, I got all the achievements, and what I loved about it was that it was simple, you're shooting dinosaurs, and it was difficult. At inhuman difficulty, the highest difficulty, and I remember beating the campaign on inhuman difficulty, and it was very satisfying and rewarding. So I figured, why not go back, play the original, and see what Turok is all about? Because I don't know the origins of Turok. I want to know a little bit more about this guy. So I start up the original, expected to learn more about him, and I don't. They just throw you right in. There's dinosaurs, different types of enemies, even robots eventually, and I don't think they ever explain what this is all about. So I do my own research. I go to Wikipedia, and to summarize it, and from my understanding, Turok is a title. It's not just one guy. In Turok, the original Turok that I played, his name is Talset, and he's given the title of Turok. And this title is given to the person who has to defend our world, or their world, from the Lost Land, which is this world, or even universe maybe, that is not bound by space and time. It's in a different dimension almost. So Turok is in charge of protecting the barrier between our world and that world. So then there's this guy, the campaigner, I believe he's called, and his big bad plan is to take over the entire universe with this weapon of mass destruction, which is a Chronoscepter, which is a gun that you can actually wield in this game. But the thing is, this weapon is so powerful, it was split apart, and all the pieces were spread out across the different levels of this game. So what you have to do, well, actually you don't have to. You don't have to collect all the pieces of this gun to beat the game. You have to collect keys to unlock the different portals of each level and just beat the campaigner at the end. But along the way there, each level contains one piece of the Chronoscepter, and if you do manage to make this gun before you reach the campaigner, it'll help you out a lot. By a lot, I mean he becomes the easiest boss with this gun. And I'm glad that I was able to make the Chronoscepter before reaching this final boss. It literally just took 3 shots to beat him. But anyway, so yeah, he wants to build this gun. He wants to gather all the pieces, build the Chronoscepter, and use this gun to, I guess, blow up the barrier between the Lost Land and our world, and have it just one unified ultimate dimension that he has full control over because he is the wielder of the Chronoscepter. And that's it. That's it. You jump in, start shooting dinosaurs and natives to the land, and then eventually robots and demons and all these things. I think even skeletons and stuff. And yeah, these levels are filled with these strange enemies and dinosaurs because time is just not, is all out of order. Time is all out of order. So after reading this story, I actually liked the game more. I liked that context. It's a very simple and wacky story. But anyways, I did beat the game. I finally understood Turok's origins. I understood how this franchise got started, and I was pleasantly surprised. The levels felt really well made, actually, because it encourages exploration in a way. You're supposed to dig around every nook and cranny. You're supposed to explore different hallways. You're supposed to jump in the water and look for hidden caves. There's a lot of secret areas which is actually the last achievement that I'm trying to get. And there's a lot of secret hallways, there's a lot of secret jump spots. There's even spots in certain levels where you can jump in lava or jump off a ledge, and there's a secret landing zone. There's a lot of secrets like that, which I ended up enjoying. I thought it was going to be a simple, straightforward platformer, and it does have platforming. There are a lot of hard jumps, certain levels, and honestly, throughout the whole game, I did have this kind of fear of falling. Some of them really made me feel the height of almost falling off one of these jumps, and I was kind of hesitant to take certain jumps. But anyway, the game has a lot of secrets. It has a lot of exploration, and you're gonna be running around these maps a lot. You're gonna be opening doors by pushing down platforms that are laying on the floor. You're gonna be jumping into secret areas, and it's gonna be circling you back to the beginning of the level, and then it's gonna start clicking like, oh, now I have access to this area. Now I can jump up here. Or sometimes you'll push down a platform and you won't know what it opens unless you look around, unless you're more curious. So that's what I enjoyed about that. And ultimately, it's just really fun with how fast paced it is. The enemies are varied enough to keep it interesting. They're not that hard to kill. Some of them give you a challenge, but it's just fun to really run through the level. This is a perfect game for speedrunners, by the way. I'm not, but I did some rushing when I was going back replaying to try to get some achievements. But it's pretty satisfying to just run through, just blasting enemies, not really having to stop for anything. And yeah, it was pretty good. The bosses, there's not that many. I think there's 4 bosses, 8 levels, and the hardest boss fight was honestly the first one. It was this guy, don't even know his name. He gets in a truck and he's literally driving over you, trying to splatter you with his truck. And he has guns mounted on their front too. I don't think there's guns literally mounted on there, but he's shooting you, probably from inside the truck through the windshield. I don't know. I usually didn't get shot because I was circling around him. I got shot sometimes, but I was circling around him and taking him out with every single weapon I had. I had to rotate through all the weapons. Which reminds me, the weapons, there's a lot of them. Some of them are obviously better than others, but for the most part, I stuck with the basic ones that you get early on. You start unlocking a lot of better ones, like the grenade launcher, the rocket launcher. You get like these weird alien weapons that are much more powerful, but in the end, those took a lot of time to shoot and they were too explosive, and some of them could hurt you. Like even the basic grenade launcher could hurt you. So I avoided it for the most part. And yeah, I mainly stood with the shotgun. The automatic shotgun has to be a favorite of mine. It was really fun to use. The assault rifle, didn't like it very much, but it was reliable. It shot long range. I didn't like it because it's burst fire. It shoots 3 shots at a time. But that's fine. And I like the pulse rifle a lot. I wish I could have used it more, but the ammo is just scattered around the map, and you can't really attach yourself to one gun. You can't just dedicate yourself and say, I'm gonna play this whole game with just a shotgun or just the assault rifle, because you're gonna be running out of ammo and you're gonna have to cycle through mostly all your weapons. There was times where fighting a boss, I just had the knife and I had to run around the map looking for ammo, which I'm glad they put some ammo, but sometimes it wasn't enough. But I'm glad I played it. It's a great entry to the Turok franchise, and I'm gonna go back and try to get the secret room achievement because I played through all of it. I was following a guide. I'm pretty sure I got every single one, but according to the achievement tracker, I'm missing one more room. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going back. and replaying the whole game just to get this one achievement.